Task number 14, vulnerable and outdated components exploit. We are inside the WASP.10 from 2021, which is part of the complete beginner path on TryHackMe. Recall that since this is about known vulnerabilities, most of the work has already been done for us. Our main job is to find out the information of the software and research it until we can find an exploit. Let's go through that with an example web application. We have Nostromo with a version. All right, sorry. If we go, for instance, to exploit 196, let me say here, Nostromo 196. We can see remote code execution for Nostromo. If we enter inside this payload, we can see information about it. It was tested on Debian. We have the CV, we have the title, the date, all right, the author, software link, perfect. And here we see the Python script, right? You can go through it. It's a quite quick one. You can see what it does, and you can also see if it needs some setting changes, some arguments and stuff like that. What do you know? This server has the default page for the Nostromo web server. Now that we have the version, okay, so basically it's exactly that. Searching on ExploitDB, and we see from the same author the payload that we just saw. The top result happens to be an exploit script. Let's download it and try to get code execution. Running this script on its own teaches us a very important lesson. All right, so after downloading the Python script, we can see here that it tried to run the script and we have a name error. The following CVE, which is the CV of the vulnerability, is not defined. As you can see in this picture below, we see this comment, which basically we see it here. So if you try to run this script, you will encounter a name error for this one, because as you see, this is not commented and basically is seen as a not defined variable. Exploits you download from the internet may not work the first time. It helps to understand the programming language the script is so that if needed you can fix any bugs or make any modifications, as quite a few scripts on ExploitDB expect you to make modifications. Fortunately, the error was caused by a line that should have been commented out, so it's easy. Fixing that, let's try to rerun it again. Now, as you can see here, it run again the script, but also with some information. If you inspect the script, you can actually see that it needs arguments. It requires a target, a port, and a command. Here we can see an ID, a port, and a command. And after we run it, we can see this one is just basically the HTTP OK response from the server. And here is the command that we required. We have RCE, remote code execution. Now it's important to know that most scripts will tell you what arguments you need to provide. Exploit developers will rarely make you read potential hundreds of lines of code just to figure out how to use the script. It is also worth noting that it may not always be this easy. Sometimes you will just be given a version number, like in this case, but other times you may need to dig through the HTML source or even take a lucky guess on an exploit script. But realistically, if it is a known vulnerability, there's probably a way to discover what version the application is running. That's really it. The great thing about this piece of the WASP.10 is that the work is already done for us. We just need to do some basic research, and as a penetration tester, you're already doing that quite a bit. Answer the questions below. Our favorite type of question, read above. Thank you.